Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you so much, Mataji, for the very beautiful recitation of the Bhagavad Gita, 4th chapter. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you for such a beautiful recitation from Bhagavad Gita.
Hare Krishna. Hare. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. It was a beautiful recitation. We'll chant for a minute and then start the welcoming. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyo eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrind ki jai, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. प्रेम से कहो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय. श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय. श्रीला गुरु महाराज की जय. All glories to all the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. This is Chinmay Rajapriya Devi Dasi welcoming each one of you to our Bhakti Sangha mid-morning session. May we know who all have joined today so that we can welcome each one of you.
Hare Krishna, Chinmay Rajapriya Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas. Okay.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Balavrinda. Welcome. Hare Krishna, Balavrinda. Welcome to our Bhakti Sangha session. And Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Ji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. Welcome, Mataji, and thank you for all your services.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Jai Shri Prabhupada. This is Preeti Vilasini Devidasi from Atlanta. Thank you, Chinmay Rajapriya Mataji, for your warm welcoming. And thank you, our Uma Mataji, for that very beautiful recitation of the Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Preeti Vilasini Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for all your wonderful services. And welcome, Mataji, to today's call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Sri Guru Maharaj, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. And all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devidasi from Chicago.
Hare Krishna, Yashomati Priya Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and being here every day, encouraging each one of us. Hare Krishna, and thank you for all your services.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Chinmay Rajapriya Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru and Gauranga ki jai, and all the assembled devotees. This is Shivani from West Virginia. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Shivani ji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for all the wonderful services you do in Bhakti Sangha. And welcome, Mataji, to today's call. Hare Krishna. Anybody else would like to introduce yourself?
Hi.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Danvat Pranam, Jai Srila Prabhupada. This is Sri Vidya from Dubai. I joined today first class in Zoom link.
Hare Krishna, Shri Vidya Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you and welcome to our Bhakti Sangha, Mataji.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Antaranga Tulasi Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much, Mataji, for giving your precious time and being in the forum today. Mataji, before I hand over the call to you, with your permission, can I read Srila Prabhupada's quote for today? Thank you, Mataji. Krishna is so good. If you give a little service to Krishna sincerely, Krishna will never forget you. And he is so powerful. If Krishna becomes your friend and Krishna remembers you, then what do you want more? Just imagine. So, Krishna, here it is said, Krishna Devataha. Fix up your mind in Krishna and be happy. This was instructed by His Divine Grace at Geneva on June 2nd, 1974. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna, Antaranga Tulasi Mataji. We are all eagerly waiting to hear from you. And Mataji will talk on Chaitanya Bhagavata Madhya Khanda, 26th chapter from texts 153 to 170. So please take over, Mataji, and thank you once again. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Danvat Pranam to all the devotees. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Am I audible, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
Clear?
Perfect, Mataji.
So, thank you so much for giving me this wonderful opportunity to speak on Chaitanya Bhagavat. It's a very, very special book written by Sri Vrindavan Das Thakur. And today we are going to read from Madhya Khanda. We start with Mangalacharan. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurun Priyata Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagan Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Sharam Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaudatishe Namaha Namaham Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namaham Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swami Namine Namacharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradayane Gaura Katha Dhamadaya Nagara Gram Tarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo Hare Krishna. We should also recite the prayers, the Mangalash and the invocation prayers that Sri Vrindavan Das Thakur composes in Chaitanya Bhagavat. He glorifies Gauranga and Nityananda together. Ajanulambita bhujau Kanakavadhato Sankirtanekapitaro कमलायदाक्षौ विश्वम्भराौ द्विजवराौ युगधर्मपालौ वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरौ करुणावतारौ जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा जय जय जगत मंगल गौर चंद्र दान देह हृदय तुम्हार पद द्वंद्वा. This verse is written in the beginning of this chapter, that is Madhya Khanda, chapter 26. Vrindavan Das Thakur says, Jaya Jaya Jagata Mangala Gaura Chandra. All glories to Gaura Chandra, who is Jagata Mangala, who gives auspiciousness to the whole world. Dana Deha Hridaya Tomara Padadvantva. Please give me in charity, in my heart, Tomara Padadvantva, your two lotus feet. Please give it to me in my heart. So with this prayer, we begin today's chapter. The chapter is titled Descriptions of the Mercy Bestowed on Shuklambar and Vijay and the Lord's Desire to Accept Sannyas. So the mercy being bestowed on Shuklambar, Das, Brahmachari and Vijay, you have already studied. And today we are going to discuss about Lord's desire to accept sannyas and how he revealed it to the devotees of Navadvipa. So today we are supposed to start from text 153. Just a short recap of just the pastime that happened before 153 is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Gauranga Mahaprabhu Gaur Sundar, the moon of Mayapur. He was performing his wonderful pastimes such as performing kirtan in Srivas Angan in the association of devotees. Can some devotees who are regularly studying Chaitanya Bhagavata in this group name some devotees of Navadvipa, some stalwart devotees who have always been part of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Navadvipa pastimes? Like I can start with Shuklambar Brahmachari, his name often comes. Some other names that you remember who are part of Mahaprabhu's pastimes so far? Srivas Thakur, thank you, Priya Mataji.
Gadadhara Pandit.
Gadadhar Pandit. Advaitacharya.
Advaitacharya.
Yes. What about Nityananda Prabhu?
Yeah.
Some more. Apart from Panchtattva. What about those who come in our Sandhyati song?
Jagdanand.
Yes,
Jagdanand Pandit.
Kolavecha Sridhar.
Kolavasha Sridhar, beautiful Mataji. He is well known to be a Navadvip Vasi. He didn't even go to Puri, but he was very close to Mahaprabhu in Navadvipa. In fact, his Tirobhav Tithi is now coming on the day of Snan Purnima. Is his disappearance day. Yes, Kolavasha Sridhar. Some more names.
Gopi.
Mukunda, very important associate of when the Lord said that
Murari
for 1,000
Gupta.
see me. After 1,000 lifetime, he'll get my darshan. He was so happy, ecstatic. Govinda met Mahaprabhu after sannyas, Mataji. Priyamaji mentioned in the chat about Govinda. Govinda met Mahaprabhu in Puri after sannyas. Yes.
Murari Gupta.
Yes, Murari Gupta. Hari Bol, Hanuman's incarnation. He also has seen Mahaprabhu since his childhood, like since Mahaprabhu was born. Baby
In this Leela, Vijay Das, who was the professional writer.
Yes, Vijay Das.
His brother
Yes.
Vishwarup.
Who?
His brother Vishwarup.
Yes, Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu's brother Vishwarup.
Gopinath
Yes.
Acharya.
Gopinath Acharya, yes. Then there is Mukunda is also, Maji mentioned the name of Mukunda. Mukunda is also the brother of Narahari Sarkar Thakur, who is also the composer of many wonderful songs and books. Then in whose house did Nityananda Prabhu hide before meeting Mahaprabhu for the first time?
Nandanacharya.
Nandanacharya is
Nandanacharya.
very well-known associate of Navadvipa. So like this, there is Chandrasekhar Acharya, in whose house Mahaprabhu used to perform the drama pastimes. Then there is Srivas Thakur's brothers, Srinidhi, Shripati, Srivas Thakur's wife, Malini Devi. Then Advaita Acharya's consorts is Srimati Sita Thakurani. Like this, there are so many beautiful transcendental associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who were very happily performing pastimes and enjoying the association of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So in this way, when Mahaprabhu is performing his wonderful pastimes, in this last few chapters, we see Gauranga Mahaprabhu revealing the highest mood of Sri Gopis. Thank you, Mangala Bhakti Mataji, Vakreshwar Pandit, he who is the cause of the deliverance of Sri Devanand Pandit. Vakreshwar Pandit, a great dancer. He was also one of the associates of Navadvipa Dham. So Gauranga Mahaprabhu began to reveal the emotions of the gopis of Vrindavan, the purpose of his incarnation. And he was always chanting the names of the gopis, following in the footsteps of the gopis. And in this way, he was revealing the mood of Srimati Radharani. But we see when these highest emotions were revealed by Gauranga Mahaprabhu, the students of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the common Navadvipas, the so-called Smarta Brahmanas, they were all criticizing Mahaprabhu. And they were saying that, look, what happened to the great, wonderful Nimai Pandit? He was such a nice scholar. Because of associating with Srivas, look what has happened to him. He's lamenting like a sentimentalist. In this way, they're criticizing him in many ways. And these news were coming to the ears of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And in this chapter, one other pastime that we saw is when once Gauranga Mahaprabhu was chanting the names of the gopis, Gopi, Gopi in this way, and one student came to ask some question to Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And then Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, this student had the audacity, he told Mahaprabhu, why are you chanting Gopi, Gopi? My dear teacher, in the scriptures, it is said you should chant the name of Krishna. Seemingly, it looks very proper advice, but Mahaprabhu is in the mood of the gopis and he's glorifying them. And when Mahaprabhu, in the mood of Gopi, he heard the name of Krishna in the transcendental conjugal mellow, he began to chastise Sri Krishna. And this kind of chastisement, of course, Krishna loves to hear, because when he hears these kind of loving words from his devotees, it deepens his relation with them. So the Lord began to criticize Krishna, saying, oh, he is a cheater, he killed Vali without his notice. In this way, when the Lord was speaking in ecstasy, the student who was not so qualified, who was not so advanced, he mistook it. And Mahaprabhu, in great ecstasy, he began to take a stick and began to chase this person and told, chant Krishna. And the student began to run for his life. And he ran into a group of students and youngsters who were criticizing Mahaprabhu. And when he told them the story, those students in the influence of the illusory energy and out of great false ego, they decided that we will do something, we will beat or we will in some way injure or hurt Mahaprabhu. When they decided this, and Gauranga Mahaprabhu, who is super soul in everyone's heart, he understood that in this way the people of Navadvipa are plotting against him. They are unable to understand the great treasure that Gauranga Mahaprabhu is giving them. The love, the Madhurya Ras, the love of Srimati Radharani for Krishna, that he has come to distribute. But he has come to give them a medicine that will cure them of the disease of material condition. But these students and the local Brahmanas, they are unable to understand this. And they're instead criticizing him who has come to treat them. The Lord was very pained by hearing this, and he felt that this is not the purpose of my incarnation. My purpose was to deliver them and make them happy. But here they are plotting against me, and because of them performing these kind of having this kind of thought process, they are only going to call upon more calamity on themselves. So thinking in this way, Mahaprabhu decided that if I take sannyas, then these people, they will not try to beat me or they will not try to criticize me. Because sannyas ashrama is considered very exalted, renunciant, and everyone reverse, everyone offers obeisances to this kind of a person in this ashrama. So therefore, Mahaprabhu decided to take sannyas. So then Mahaprabhu, he reveals this his desire to only few person. The first person whom does he reveal to?
Nityananda Prabhu.
Yeah. So Nityananda Prabhu's reaction, his response to knowing Mahaprabhu is going to take sannyas, that is what we are going to start reading today. Marji will be sharing the screen for text 153.
Mataji, it's okay. You can directly read from the book. Is it possible, Mataji?
It will be nice if someone can read the translation. I can read the verse. Does anyone have the book with them? So you can read the translation as I read the verse.
Mataji, I can upload from online and I can read it. Is that okay?
That's also fine. No, any devotee in the assembly who have a Chaitanya Bhagavata copy with them?
Mataji, we usually use a PDF copy or a web page is there. I can send in the link in the chat box so they can open by themselves and read, Mataji. Sorry, I don't have a laptop today available to share screen.
Sure, Mataji. We can do that arrangement. So text 153. Grihachadi bena Prabhu jani Nityananda bahya nahi spore deha haela nishpanda. As Nityananda realized that the Lord would leave home, he lost external consciousness and his body was stunned. Sthira hai Nityananda mane mane gane Prabhu gele ai prana dhariba kemone. So in the last few verses also we have seen this is not only the reaction of Nityananda Prabhu, but every devotee of Navadvipa, when they got to know this news, they all became stunned. Their hearts stopped. For there are multiple reasons, of which three are very prominent. One, as we will read, will understand. When you take sannyas, your hair is shaven, and devotees could not tolerate Mahaprabhu's beautiful hair. Mahaprabhu's hair is beyond comparison. It's glorified so much. Black, curly, lots of hair that used to decorate his beautiful lotus-like face. And he used to wear a top knot, and devotees used to string pearls and jasmine flowers and different flowers to decorate his wonderful hair. And his hair used to be oiled with amalaki oil. So it was the devotees of Navadvipa were always used, and they had the good fortune of seeing the Lord every day dancing and in this form with his beautiful hair. So this is one reason they couldn't tolerate the Lord to have a shaved head. Second was that the Lord would leave Navadvip Dham, because when you take sannyas, the rule is you should not be in the same place where your relatives, your parents are living. You have to go to a different place. So the Navadvip Vasis who are regularly seeing the Lord, taking his darshan, for the rest of their life, they can't see the Lord. He'll be in a different place. The regular association that they're having with the Lord, taking his darshan, talking to him, seeing him dance and seeing him sing, experiencing the wonderful loving reciprocation, his glances, his smile, his touch, all these wonderful things will be taken away from them. It was the life and soul of the devotees. The Navadvipa Vasis, every day they wake up in the morning to see the lotus-like face of Mahaprabhu. They get ready eagerly that today we're going to dance with Mahaprabhu. Today we're going to hear him sing. Today we're going to wander through, we're going to go to Gotramadip today with Mahaprabhu. So in this way, their life was revolving around Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And now suddenly he's going to leave this place. So that was unbelievable. It was like taking away the life air from their body. They could not think of a life without Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And third was, everyone were concerned thinking about Mother Shachi, the person who is going to be most affected by Mahaprabhu's leaving. We all can imagine the thought of a mother when when her only son, especially her only solace. In case of Sachi Mata, her husband was no more. She was a widow. And of her two sons, the eldest and Vishwarup had already taken sannyas. And at that time, if you all recall, Sachi Mata was so heartbroken and she was lamenting so much, and she decided that Gauranga Mahaprabhu will no more go to school. She said if he goes to school, he'll know that this material world, he'll study Shastras, he'll come to the material world is completely illusory, it's useless, and he will decide to go in search of the Lord and he will take sannyas. So therefore, better my son be illiterate. He not know all these things, but he should always be with me. So that much affection she had. And after that, her husband passed away. Her son is not there, her husband is not there. Now her whole only solace, her life, everything revolves around Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu and Vishnupriya Devi. So everyone, they were thinking, how will Sachimata live if Gauranga Mahaprabhu leaves? This is the only solace she had, her life and soul. She's an old lady who is completely dependent on her son. So Nityananda Prabhu, who is equally her son, who had all the affection for her, he also thinking about that. So in this way, they were all completely, this is another reason, they were all completely stunned. They couldn't imagine this. This was the worst situation that they were fearing for. And Mahaprabhu had given indication previously also. So then, we'll continue from 155. Kemate vanchiba ai kala diva rati ete kashintite mocha paya mahamati.
Suksagari Mataji want to read the translation, Mataji. Suksagari Mataji, go ahead.
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Mataji. I can read the verse and translation if you need a break too. I just offering whatever is convenient to you, Mataji. Yeah. Okay, I will read now translation of 155. How will Mother Shachi pass her days and nights? Thinking like this, the exalted Nityananda practically lost consciousness.
And we should, one important thing that when we read through these verses, it may appear to us as if these people are so emotional. I mean, they should understand this for the higher purpose. Mahaprabhu is taking sannyas. They should understand higher purpose and be ready to do some tapasya. Why are they lamenting so much? Why are they taking things so emotional? But we should understand the depth of these personalities. That is why we read Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela. Kaviraj Goswami he takes lot of time. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, for the first 7 chapters, he doesn't even enter into the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He only dedicates it to explaining how great these personalities are. When he explains here, you can see Nityananda Prabhu is lamenting like this.
Yes.
Just like Nityananda thinking of one lady, one old lady, and lamenting that how will she pass her day and night, how will she live, like this thinking. But who is Nityananda Prabhu? He is not a person who gets swayed by the emotions of one person. Nityananda Prabhu is not different from Mahavishnu. He is Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, Karnodakshaya Vishnu, Sankarshan, Ananta Seshanath. They are all just expansions of Nityananda Prabhu. They're all part and parcel of Nityananda Prabhu. Such a great personality he is. He is the one who is holding the whole universe, not just one universe, but multiple universe on his head. And he feels it like a mustard seed. He's such a great personality. And he is lamenting for Sachi Mata. So that shows the gravity of the situation. It shows that it is not a simple village story, but it is the all these personalities who we are going to read about, Sachimata, Mukunda, Nityananda, they are all great advanced transcendental devotees. They are Nitya associates of the Lord in Golok Vrindavan. And all these emotions that we see which are coming out, these are all transcendental. They are all in relation to the Supreme Lord. We'll continue. So therefore, he's thinking, how will she pass her day? And in this way, Nityananda practically lost God. He became murcha. He became unconscious. Bhaviya Aira Dukha Nityananda Rai Nivrite Boshiya Prabhu Kandaya
Everyone went to
Seva.
school.
Yes, Mataji. Translation.
Realizing how, is somebody else reading, Mataji, or can I read?
You can continue,
You
Mataji.
can go ahead,
Okay.
Mother.
Okay, yeah, sorry, I thought I heard somebody. Realizing how Mother Shachi would suffer, Lord Nityananda went to a solitary place and continuously cried.
Mukundera Bashai Aila Gaura Chandra Dekhiya Mukunda Hoila Paramananda.
Gaurachandra went to the house of Mukunda. When Mukunda saw the Lord, he felt great ecstasy.
So all these residences were in this particular island in Navadvipa. We have ISKCON Mayapur temple, which is in Antardvip, the center island, where there is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's birthplace, Yogapeeth. So all these persons are happening in this particular island. And in this island, there is the house of Srivas Thakur, there's Advaita Acharya's residence, there's Gadadhar's residence, there is Mukunda's residence, Shamsa Brahma's residence. So this place, this small town was filled with the house of wonderful devotees. And Mahaprabhu would just like independently, he would go into the house of any devotee at any time. And they were Parama Ananda. They felt great ecstasy when the Lord came to their home in this way. Prabhu bole gao kichu Krishnera Mangala Mukunda Gayana Prabhu Shunive Kwala.
The Lord says, sing about the auspicious glories of Krishna. As Mukunda sang, the Lord became overwhelmed.
So Mukunda, he sings very melodiously. He's one of the best singers. And Mahaprabhu would often desire to hear Mukunda singing. He had great devotion and a wonderful voice. And in this, Mahaprabhu would love to hear him chant the verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, sing the glories of Krishna. We also see that Mukunda was the one who introduced Gadadhara Pandit to Pundrik Vidyanidhi. And in that pastime also we see how to reveal the glories of Pundrik Vidyanidhi, Mukunda suddenly began to sing the verse of Srimad Bhagavatam. Bola bola hunkara kara yadvijamani पुण्यवंत मुकुंद रशुनि दिव्य ध्वनि.
On hearing the Go ahead,
On hearing
Mataji.
Mukunda's melodious singing, the crest jewel of the Brahmanas roared loudly, chant, chant. Thank you, ma'am.
So, another beautiful aspect of Vrindavan Das Thakur's writing is he always glorifies Gauranga Mahaprabhu using different names. He addresses him in different names. So in this verse, how does he address Gauranga Mahaprabhu? He calls him Dvija Mani. Bola bola hunkar kore Dvija Mani. Dvija Mani means the crest jewel of Brahmanas. There's a beautiful song by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Will shortly come when we reach another verse. We'll discuss about that song. So here, Mahaprabhu was so happy hearing Mukunda glorify Krishna. He began to tell Mukunda, please continue chanting, continue chanting. And after some time, the Lord controlled his emotions and then he began to discuss Mukunda. So after Nityananda Prabhu, the second person that Gauranga Mahaprabhu is going to reveal his plan for sannyas is Mukunda. Prabhu bole Mukunda suno ho kichu katha, bahira hoibo amina rahibo heta.
After a while, the Lord controlled his emotions and began to speak with Mukunda.
You can read 161 translation also, Mataji.
Okay. The Lord said, O Mukunda, listen to me. I will not stay here. I will leave home.
Gari hasta ami chadiva sunishchita shikha sutra chadiya chaliva ete bhita.
I will leave household life. I will give up my Shikha and Brahmana. Do I read the commentary too, Mataji?
No, Mataji.
Okay. Brahmana thread and go where I please.
Yeah. So he reveals his decision. He says, I'm going to give up my shikha, my hair, all my hair, including the shikha, and I'm going to leave my Brahmana thread, and also I'll go where I please. So this is a very a bit technical commentary here. So I do not want to get into this. There will be more qualified persons who can explain this properly. But just a summary of what is mentioned in the commentary is that generally in the Gaudiya Sampradaya, sannyasis, they do not fully shave their head. That means they do not shave their shikha off. They keep their shikha and also they keep their Brahmin thread. But here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he did this to prove a point to the Mayavadi Jnanis. So the Tridandi sannyasi, because the Mayavadi Jnanis, they remove the shikha, the Brahmana, they remove everything to show that they have completely abandoned material enjoyment for the sake of renunciation. But the Gaudiya Vaishnava sannyasis, also the commentary it says the Madhva Sampradaya also, they don't give up both these things and they keep them, the shikha and the Brahmana thread. That is a small summary presented of the commentary. Shri Shikhara Antardhana Shuniya Mukunda Padila Virahe Savaguchida Ananda.
Hearing that the Lord would shave his Shikha, Mukunda fell into lamentation and lost all sense of happiness.
So you see, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu entered Mukunda's house, in text 157, it said, Mukunda Hoila Paramananda. Mukunda felt great happiness, Parama Ananda. And now, Sabha Guchila Ananda. All his happiness got lost on hearing just the news that the Lord is going to shave his shikha. Kakuti Koriya Bole Mukunda Mahashai Jodi Prabhu E Mato Se Kariba Nishchay. Dina Kotho E Rupe Karaho Kirtane Tabe Prabhu Karibashe Jeto Maro Mone.
In great humility, Mukunda Mahashaya said, O Lord, if you must take sannyasa, then first please perform kirtan a few more days as you've been doing. Then do as you please.
It's a very interesting aspect. We see when Nityananda Prabhu also was informed by Gauranga Mahaprabhu, and Mahaprabhu asked him, if you give permission only, I will take sannyas. So when Mahaprabhu told Nityananda Prabhu this, Nityananda Prabhu replied that Nityananda, in this text 144, Nityananda Prabhu says, Nityananda bole Prabhu tumi ichha moy, je tumhara ichha Prabhu sheshe nishchay. He says, you are supremely independent and whatever you desire only will take place. Swatantra Paramananda Tomara Charita Tumije Koriba Shei Benishchita. You are independent and full of transcendental bliss. Therefore, whatever you wish to do will certainly be done. Still, you ask your servants to see what they have to say. So, therefore, Nityananda Prabhu, he did not want Mahaprabhu to take sannyas. But he knew that Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Lord who is fully independent. And he, out of his causeless mercy, is asking his servants what do they feel. But the servants, they have no right or they do not desire to change the desire of the master. Rather, the servants always have desire to abide by the decision of the master, even if it doesn't please them. That is a true servant. So here Nityananda Prabhu, we see Mukunda, he is also saying, he did not immediately tell the Lord, oh Lord, please don't take sannyas. But he understood that this is the Lord's firm desire and decision. So therefore he requested the Lord, if you take sannyas, please stay for some more days. Please give us the association of Kirtan for some more days and then do as you please. Mukundera vakya shuni Shri Gaura Sundara Chalile na jathai ache Gadadhara.
After hearing the appeal of Mukunda, Sri Gaurasundara went to the residence of Gadadhara.
संभ्रमे चरण बंदिले न गदाधरा प्रभु भोले सुन किछु आमार उत्तरा.
Gadadhara respectfully offered his obeisances to the Lord, who said, "Listen to what I have to say."
So after Nityananda and then Mukunda and the next is Gadadhar. Narahi Gadadhara ami griha base jite dike chaliba Krishnera uddeshe.
O Gadadhara, I will not remain at home. I'll go out to search for Krishna.
Shikha sutra sarvathai ami nara kibo matha mudaiya jete dike chali jabo.
I'll suddenly give up my shikha and brahmana thread. After shaving my head, I will go wherever I please.
Shikhara antardhana shuni Gadadhara Vajrapata jeno hoila shirera upara.
On hearing that the Lord would give up his shikha, Gadadhara felt as though he had been struck in the head by a thunderbolt.
Gadadhar Pandit, another wonderful associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is one special associate who traveled with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu throughout his life. Since Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born as a baby Nimai, since that day they were neighbors. And throughout Mahaprabhu's school life, Mahaprabhu went to Gaya, came back, and he was performing pastime in Navadvipa. They were Gadadhar and Gauranga were always together. In fact, Sachi Mata, when Mahaprabhu began, when he came back from Gaya and he started behaving in a different way, which means he was revealing the ecstatic symptoms. The Sachi Mata and the Navadip Basis, they all started giving different reasons. Oh, maybe he became mad, maybe his vata is high, some disease condition he's having. But so Srivas Pandit, of course, he pacified Sachimata and said, no, this is the disease that all the devotees are hankering for, to get Krishna Prem. That is what your son has got. So at that time, Sri Sachimata noticed that when Gauranga Mahaprabhu was too much in ecstasy, one person who could understand his mood and mind and go in that way and pacify him was Gadadhar Pandit. We all know this pastime. One day, Gauranga Mahaprabhu, with Gadadhar, he began to run here and there and started lamenting, Krishna has left me. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? He was in great misery, searching for Krishna. To pacify him, Gadadhar Pandit said that Krishna is in your heart. Then immediately Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, using his nails, he began to rip his heart to see where is Krishna. And then Gadadhar Pandit immediately he pacified again Mahaprabhu saying, Krishna was in your heart. He has just gone to herd the cows. He'll be back soon. So when Sachimata was there and she looked at the way Gadadhar handled Gauranga Mahaprabhu, she understood that it is always better Gadadhar stays with Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So Gauranga Mahaprabhu is under control. He doesn't have a fall or his body is taken care of. So then, since then, Gadadhar Sachimata would always keep him with Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So, in this way, he was always in association of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When Mahaprabhu took sannyas also, Gadadhar Pandit went with him and he was residing in Puri. He took Kshetra sannyas so that Mahaprabhu would not send him away from Puri. And Gadadhar Pandit was in Puri for the 18 years when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was performing his pastimes in Puri. Serving Gadadhar Pandit, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave Gadadhar Pandit the deity of Protagopinath and personally worshipping those deities and reading Srimad Bhagavatam to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Gadadhar Pandit was there. So Gadadhar Pandit, one of the very few associates who was always with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We see Nityananda Prabhu, he was not there in the childhood of Mahaprabhu. He was in Ekachakra. Nityananda Prabhu went to travel the whole India and then he came and joined Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was already a Grihastha. And then from there, he was there till sannyas. And after Mahaprabhu took sannyas also, first 2 or 3 years, he went to Puri regularly. But after that, when Mahaprabhu ordered him, don't come to Puri hereafter, please preach in Bengal. Nityananda Prabhu fully focused on preaching in Bengal. He did not go to meet Mahaprabhu in Puri. But of course, we also see in past times like Pani Hatti, and Mahaprabhu himself promises that wherever Nityananda Prabhu dances, I will be there. So even though these associates were not indirectly in presence with Gauranga Mahaprabhu, still wherever they were performing their pastimes, Gauranga Mahaprabhu, they were always in touch with Gauranga Mahaprabhu through their service, through remembering about the Lord and meditating upon him. So in this way, when Gadadhara Pandit got this news, Vajrapata Hoila Janashiro, as if the thunderbolt had struck him. When lightning strikes itself, we get so scared. You know, Vajra means the ultimate weapon of Indra, how powerful it is. So, as if the thunderbolt had struck him, he became stunned. He couldn't tolerate this news that Gauranga Mahaprabhu is going to take sannyas. So then next from 171 onwards, there's Gadadhar Pandit's discussion with Mahaprabhu. He starts to question Mahaprabhu that why you have to do all these things? Can you not perform your Vaishnava duties being a Grihastha? Why do you have to take sannyas? The way he speaks is as Sachimata is speaking. He speaks with the mode of Sachimata. Why do you have to do all these things? But they all understand. They all request the Lord, but they all understand that this is the decision of the Lord and it cannot be changed. So they all start lamenting that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is going to take sannyas. And then the next chapter, there is Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. He pacifies these devotees and he explains to them that you can still come and see me in Puri. And then in the last chapter of Madhya Khanda, there's the coming chapter, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu takes sannyas. These two chapters are very sad to read, and especially for devotees of Navadvipa, it is really a very sad section. I remember, I often recall in many instances, His Grace Jaranivas Prabhu would say that devotees of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, especially Navadvip devotees, they do not like to discuss the pastime of sannyas because that is the time when Gauranga Mahaprabhu left Navadvipa. So that is a very, that pastime is not uh, very happily discussed by devotees. And therefore, in our temples also, when we worship Sri Gaur Nitai, we worship him in the form of having the curly hairs in the Grihastha Vesh. In the Navadvip mood only, we serve Gauranga Mahaprabhu and Nityananda in the deities. We do not worship them. We do not worship Gauranga Mahaprabhu with shaved head and in the mood of a sannyasi. And it is often mentioned that Mahaprabhu, he revealed the mood of Srimati Radharani and the gopis when he was in Puri in Gambhira. Yes, indeed, in Gambhira, he revealed the most grave pastimes he did, and he expressed the mood of Srimati Radharani. But in Navadvip also, in the house of Srivas Thakur, Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu also, he revealed these loving exchanges, and he did them in Navadvip also. And therefore, devotees of Navadvip, devotees of Nadia, they, especially Sachi Mata, when Mahaprabhu took sannyas and he went, the ghat which Mahaprabhu crossed to take sannyas, Sachi Mata called it Nirdaya Ghat, the ghat which does not have any mercy. It allowed Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to leave Navadvip, it's called Nidaya Ghat. And the place where Mahaprabhu took sannyas is called Katwa, but Sachi Mata called it Kantak Nagar, a place full of thorns, because it pricked the heart of all the devotees of Navadvip. So therefore, we see how the devotees of Navadvip were pained by Mahaprabhu taking sannyas. It is very similar to the mood that the devotees of Vrindavan had when Sri Krishna and Balram left Vrindavan. So like that, the Navadvip Vasis, they felt great pain. But for devotees like us who are today in ISKCON movement, we should understand that all this pain that the Navadvip Vasis took, it was all just for us. Because Mahaprabhu took sannyas and he preached the holy name. He preached and he instructed the Goswamis. He met the Goswamis and he instructed them, and they took forward the movement. Sri Nityananda Prabhu, in absence, in the separation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he preached in Bengal. The Goswamis, they also preached in Vrindavan, and they wrote books in separation from Mahaprabhu. And it's because of that that today we are able to get this movement and be a part of Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. So all this lamentation that we read, we will be reading for the next 2-3 chapters. This all this lamentation and all the suffering is all just so that we can get Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So therefore, we should be very grateful to all these devotees like Sachimata, Nityananda Prabhu, Gadadhar, Mukunda. If they had said no, then Mahaprabhu would have not taken sannyas. Mahaprabhu promises, he says, Nityananda Prabhu, I will do what you say. If you forbid me from taking sannyas, I accept that. But Nityananda Prabhu, Mukunda, Sachimata, they all knew that the desire of the Lord, and this is the purpose of his incarnation, this is for the welfare of the whole universe, and therefore, at the cost of their personal distress, they accepted Mahaprabhu taking sannyas, even though with great lamentation, just so that the whole world can get Krishna proof. So we should be very grateful to all these personalities for giving us the holy name, for giving us this Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, for giving us this fun. So, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai, Shri Vrindavan Das Thakur ki jai. It's very interesting that how in Vishnu Sahasranam, Bhishmadev, he identifies Mahaprabhu, the incarnation of Mahaprabhu, by saying Sannyas Ashrama Pavanaha. Sannyasa Kritsama Shanta Nishkaya Shanti Parayana. So that incarnation of the Lord that took sannyas, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is known by that name in Vishnu Sahasranam, that the incarnation of the Lord that took sannyas. So therefore, it is a very sad pastime. It's a very not so happily devotee read, but it's a very important pastime in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, in all of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's life. And this concludes the Madhya Khanda. So Vrindavan Das Thakur's work is like this. It is a book for the Navadvipa devotees. It describes the Navadvipa pastime so vividly that full Adi Leela and full Madhya Leela, full Adi Kanda and full Madhya Kanda only describe the pastimes of Navadvipa. And only Antya Kanda, that small portion, describes the pastimes in Puri. Whereas in Chaitanya Charitamrita, we see Adi Leela only describes the pastimes in Navadvipa, and out of which first 7 chapters don't even describe the pastimes, the birth of Mahaprabhu, only describes the philosophy. So very small part describes Navadvipa pastimes, and Madhya Leela and Antya Leela, Madhya Leela, which is so big, it fully describes the pastimes that Mahaprabhu did outside Navadvipa. So we're very fortunate to have such wonderful acharyas in our Sampradaya who so beautifully reveal to us the life of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Shri Vrindavan Das Thakur ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for this very beautiful class. I really liked it. In fact, it touched my heart so much when you said all the Navadvipasis, they went through all this pain just for us. And you compared it to how Akrura took Krishna and Balram away from the gopis and how they felt the lamentation. Yes, the first part which you said really touched my heart, Mataji. Yes, we should be so grateful to each one of us, and even the Goswamis, you said he initiated the Goswamis to preach, and even they all left their households, everything. So much of sacrifice is done to give us the topmost rasa. And yes, Mataji, a very beautiful realization and a beautiful message to ponder on. Thank you so much for this class. And devotees, if you have any realizations, please go ahead and share. Mataji, how much time do you have? I saw your daughter was there when you started the class.
We have 10 more minutes. There is one more point that I wanted to mention. I was mentioning about one song of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So there is one song, Kali Kukura Kadana. So this song describes Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes in the form of names. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed the pastime of Sankirtan in Srivas Thakur's house. So then Bhaktivinoda Thakur calls him as Nama Pravartana, the one who started the Sankirtan movement. Oh, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who started Sankirtan movement. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he performed so many pastimes in Mayapur. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur summarizes it as saying, Mayapura Ishwara. He is the master of Mayapur. So in this way, Bhaktivinoda Thakur in this song, he glorifies Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he chronologically lists the pastimes of performed by Mahaprabhu in the form of names of Mahaprabhu. So in that there is a beautiful, two beautiful names that is very relevant to today's chapter. That in the song, so Mahaprabhu's Navadvipa pastimes, Mayapur pastimes are there, and then Mahaprabhu takes sannyas and then he performs pastimes in Puri. So this junction where Mahaprabhu's Navadvipa pastime going to end and Puri pastime going to start. So that place Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes, he says, Grihi Jana Sikshaka Nyasi Kula Nayaka Madhava Radha Bhava Pura. So that Grihi Jana Sikshaka and Nyasi Kula Nayaka. This is the transition between Mahaprabhu going to Puri. So Grihi Jana Sikshaka means what? He was the best Grihastha and he is a teacher for Grihasthas. Grihi Jana Sikshaka and Nyasi Kula Nayaka. The sannyasis, of all the sannyasis, he is the Nayaka. He is the best sannyasi. He is the leader of the sannyasis. So in one word, in just in half a sentence, Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur shows this transition. And it's very true in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime that he, as a Grihastha, he showed how Grihastha should be, how they should be engaged in Krishna consciousness, how he also performed his duty as a teacher, how they should perform their materialistic duties, and how they should always think of Krishna, how they should deal with sannyasis, how they should welcome guests to their house. Everything Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught as a grihastha in Mayapur. And how a sannyasi should behave, that also very exemplarily Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revealed when he was in Puri. So, and throughout his life, he explained how he exemplified how devotees should be, especially how they should always think of Krishna. So we are very, very fortunate to have, we are just like Guru Maharaj often says, we are just 500 days away from Mahaprabhu. We are so lucky to be achieving this human form of life so close. And we are given this very golden opportunity that we should not miss. That one point I wanted to mention. Thank you, Mataji.
Beautiful, Mataji. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I think Vinita Mataji shared the song.
Yes.
So, yes, Mataji. Thank you so much for going through that. And devotees, you have anything to share?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Antaranga Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for coming on the call and taking up this class and detailedly summarizing what we are reading and going into the verses and telling us to, making us understand how deep is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taking sannyas, and it's just to deliver all of us. Giving out this mercy, so we should be very grateful. And the mood of Navadvip Vasis, they always wanted to worship him in at the youth, like a youth Gauranga, not like sannyasi Gauranga. That's why we see Gauranga is wearing the hair and everything. He's nicely decorated, whereas sannyasi is like very like a very humble manner. He's not decorated. So, but here we can see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so decorated in Navadvip because they all wanted him to see like that. And thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. And comparing with that of Akrura taking Krishna away, and that's also very nice, Mataji. And this song that you just at the end you have mentioned, this song is so beautifully beautiful, Mataji. I just read that meaning of the third verse that you have just quoted. That's very nice, Mataji. Just one song, and that one stanza, it's explaining how the transition of from youthful pastimes to sannyasi pastime. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. And explaining about the difference between the Chaitanya Charitamrita and Chaitanya Bhagavat, how these different acharyas gave us a cream of everything. Okay, one acharya did not describe much about the Bala Leela of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So here comes the other acharya, Vrindavan Das Thakur, and gives us all the nectar of childhood pastimes, where we can dive into that, and we can nicely imagine them, and we can nicely enjoy, like how we enjoy Krishna's Balalila pastimes. Yes, Mataji, thank you so much for wonderful class. Very grateful to you. Hare Krishna.
Actually.
Thank you, Anita Mataji. Anita Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much. Hare Krishna Antaranga Tulasi Mataji, thank you so much for this wonderful class. I should ask Nita Mataji what I will say. Actually, she said everything. Vinita Mataji has glorified the class nicely, so nicely. And you very nicely explained us. At one point, I also realized, Mataji, I means like I was in front of the altar when you exactly said that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is having very long hair, and from now onwards, when he takes sannyas, he will not be having that. So, hearing this, all of them were worried about that. Means like Nityananda Prabhu and Gadadhara means. So, I was just touching Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's hair on the altar. Oh my God, yes, he's having big hair. So, and how it will be that I will when he's not having hair? Yes, yes, of course, it's really a sad moment, Mataji, as you said. So thank you so much, Mataji, so nicely explaining and bringing the scene in front of our eyes. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Yes. In Mahaprabhu's sannyas place, the place where he took sannyas, Katwa, it is around 1.5 hour distance from Mayapur Dham. You can easily go, take a car and go. So there is, it's called Gauranga Badi. There is Mahaprabhu's Kesh Samadhi. The beautiful locks were given Samadhi over there. So we can take darshan of that.
Okay, Mataji, sure. Of course, when we come to Mayapur, we'll surely have your association and go to all the places, Mataji.
That will be my best good fortune.
Thank you, Mataji. And Mataji, you said Sachimata called Khatwa some other name. I didn't get that.
She called
Something
it
with
Kantaka.
thorns.
Kantaka Nagar.
Kantaka.
Kantaka means
Okay.
Kantaka means thorn. City, town full of thorns.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mataji. And I do not see any more raised hands. So thank you so much, Mataji, for your time. And this was a beautiful class. With your permission, we'll offer respects to all the assembled Vaishnavas and yourself. Ancha kalpatarubhyascha kripasindhubhyaiva cha patitanam pavanebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo namo namo. Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada
Jai.
ki jai. Thank you. Her Grace
Thank you,
Antaranga Tulasi
Mataji.
Mataji
Hare
ki
Krishna
jai.
Mataji.
Sukhsagari Mataji ki jai.
Jai.
Thank you, Sukhsagari Mataji, for
Hare
leading the
Krishna.
class.
Thank you so much,
Krishna.
Mataji. Hare
Thank you,
Hare.
everyone.